But let's talk about HDFC because those are the stocks that are selling off quite rapidly now. The board has approved raising 5,000 crores via the NCD route or the non-convertible debentures route along with warrants. Ritu Singh is here to give us details of how HDFC plans to use these proceeds. Ritu.
So yeah, that's right. 5,000 crore is the amount that the board has approved issuing non-convertible debentures along with warrants, which will result in a 2.2% equity dilution when the warrants are converted. But for now, we're picking up from sources that the main reason that the bank has gotten approval to raise this money is not for an immediate need, but something that it might need in the next 2 to 3 years. When HDFC Bank, which is its subsidiary, did a QIP a few months back, HDFC had not participated in that, which resulted in its dilution in its stake in the bank from 22.2% to about 21.7%, and to bridge that gap and go back to the pre-QIP issue level, HDFC Bank requires this additional capital, which is one of the major reasons it is going for this NCD issue. Another reason is that the deferred tax liability portion of it, which you would remember has been eating into HDFC's profit, which could have, there was a 7% impact according to analysts because of this deferred liability tax provision that HDFC it has been making for the last 2 quarters. It has a 3-year window during which it has to make a provision of about 2,200 crores, which it plans to do in tranches of 25%, 25% and 50%. Another reason why it needs to raise that money to make these provisions is to maintain its capital adequacy ratio. Currently, its Tier 1 capital, I think, stands at around 12.3%, but HDFC expects that to get eroded once it keeps making these provisions, and therefore some of the proceeds from this NCD issue will also be used to bridge that gap. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, this is not something that that HDFC is looking to raise immediately right away. It just has a board approval right now. In the AGM that is to come in the coming few days, it will get a shareholder approval and is looking to raise that money in the time frame of the next 1 or 2 years.
All right, Ritu, thanks so much for joining and giving us all those details.